Hi, it's Ursula from ursula-smith.com, and I am back with Yupo Paper Cutouts. So I'm going to do something that I've already done before. I've used, I'm pretty sure, cutouts from paper in the past with mold making material just to, so that I can make molds with them. And I'm going to do the same thing. I just want to double check that with Yupo paper that it works. So I've got little teeny tiny designs that are a little bit small on the smaller side because I'm going to use them with either metal clay or polymer clay or ceramic clay for jewelry designs. So we're going to give this a whirl. I'm pretty sure it's going to work, but let's see how it goes. And so thanks for joining me today, and here comes the experiment. So I think I've done two-part molding putty videos before. I'm just using the Easy Mold two-part silicone putty. And basically what you want to do is have two equal amounts of the two different colors. Generally, to figure out how much I need, I usually pull out one piece and then just kind of match it to the thing that I'm trying to mold. You know, hopefully have a little bit on all sides, and then obviously since it's two equal amounts, I'll definitely end up with enough to cover that piece. So this is my little Yupo paper cutout. Can't pick it up. My little Yupo paper cutout that I've covered with resin, so it's got a little more rounded appearance. And I want to be able to use this over and over again. It's pretty fragile still, even though it's covered in resin. So I am going to take an imprint of it using the two-part silicone molding putty. So you just take the two parts and you're going to mix it together, twist it and mix it until all of the two colors are mixed together. And I'm going to go off so you don't have to watch this whole process, and I will be back. Okay, so it's pretty much mixed together into a consistent color. So then generally what I do is I roll it into a ball, and then I just use these little tough cards. They're just a little bit thicker than a plain card. A little bit sturdier, and I just use that to hold my putty on. And I'll usually kind of squish it down just a little bit, just so that I have a flat surface. And then I'll take my whatever I'm trying to mold and place it on top. I might have to pull it out. And then I'll use the other one again to press down so that I can just make sure that it's pretty much even all the way around. And you can see that's pressed in there pretty well. So I'm going to go off and let that cure. This one cures pretty quickly, maybe about 5 minutes. And when it's finished, I will be back. So I'm back, and I've let my mold making material cure. And one way you can tell that it's done is if you take a nail or something and stick it into the excess mold making material. If it doesn't leave a mark, you know it's done. So you're gonna pull this off and then unmold your piece, and you are left with the imprint of that Yupo paper. Again, remember that one had the resin on it. I also did a couple of other pieces. Now, if I was doing something like this, and then this one here with the leaf, I would normally do the matching ones, so they're facing the opposite way. So that way, if I wanted to make earrings, you know, they could face each other. And this was the Yupo paper cutout, so that one worked great. All right, now see, sometimes if you don't mix it all the way, you can get these little air bubbles. You also should make sure that it's flat before you press your item in, and I probably was rushing, and that's why I got that. And then here's the other piece. And it looks like actually in this one, my resin, I don't know if you can see, I didn't catch that. The resin filled that middle part. So normally I wouldn't use that. I'd want to make sure that the resin didn't fill in. I had another one. Yeah, I probably should have used this one. So this one, I don't know if you can tell. The resin is just on the paper. So I should have used that one, and then I'd get that vein in the middle. So learn from my mistakes. Just wanted to show you, if you take your clay and press it in to the mold, you'll get that imprint. And see, in that one you can really tell the roundedness of that paper cutout with the resin on top. So anyway, hope you like that idea. Let me know if you give it a try. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. The other thing I wanted to show you is I was playing around with trying to make molds out of lavender. And so these were just pieces of lavender. I didn't let them dry or anything. I just grabbed them and used them right away. But then I thought it might be nice to, oh, I can't find it now. To make, well, so let me show you this. This was something else that I was working on to try to mold some other foliage around and kind of make almost like a vignette. And then I thought it would be nice to use, oh, here it is, it's under here, to use some cutouts as well. So I'm letting that dry. You see my fingernail there? So that's not quite cured, but that's just another idea that I had that I'll probably be playing around with. These are just flat Yupo paper cutouts. And this is actually probably good enough that I could start to peel off the cutouts without messing it up. Come on. But that was just another idea to create little vignettes with some of your paper cutouts. So again, these are the flat ones, and I was just trying it out, just, you know, for a quick experiment. But I'll probably redo this with the ones that with cutouts that I've put resin on, and so I get that rounded look, so it's all got dimension. But anyway, just another idea if you want to give that a shot. Hi, I'm back, and I wanted to try to see if this is just another experiment, if I could fix that leaf mold that when I used the one that didn't have the space in it. So I just mixed up a little bit of the silicone putty, and it will stick to itself. So I'm gonna see if I can, maybe actually it'll be better if I do it this way, if I can try and squeeze some of it up through that vein. Sorry, I went off camera there. So I'm trying to squeeze it up through the vein, and then I'm going to place it down back into the mold. And make sure that it's not touching farther than where it is through the vein. And I'll just see. I don't know if that's gonna work. So I'm gonna go off and let it sit that way. Something heavy on top. And we'll see if that works. And then I wanted to show you this. This was the heart that had the bubble in it. So I did the same sort of thing. I just mixed up a little bit, put it in the bottom, pressed the heart in, and then kind of, you know, the putty kind of squeezed out around the sides, and I just smoothed it out. I want to see. Not sure if that made it better or worse, so let's try our clay and then we can tell. Oh, I think it did. So that looked like it actually fixed that little hole. There's like maybe a little bit of a smudge there, but it's not that bad. So cool. So that worked. I did redo the leaf as well, just in case this other experiment doesn't work. And so now you can see what I was going for. So it's a nice rounded leaf, not flat, and then the vein cut out of the middle. So if my other experiment doesn't work, I still have what I was going for. So thanks for joining me. See you next time. Hi, I'm back, and that fix for the leaf didn't really work. I couldn't get it through the putty through the leaf enough to stick to the bottom. So I'm going to try the same thing that I did with the heart. And so this is just, you know, pre-mixed, and you don't need a lot. So I'm gonna just stick it to the bottom of the shape, and then try and line it up, and then just press. And so you can see all the excess putty oozing out. And so then I'm just going to smooth it out or remove it. So I will give that a shot, and I will be back. So I wanted to show you it. Oh, now I just made it worse. It didn't really stick. Again, I just didn't push down probably hard enough. So it kind of sort of worked, but it's going to be really fragile. So at this point, just remake the mold. Yeah, see, it's going to come right off, and it doesn't look very good. So at this stage, just making a brand new mold is the way to go. Much better. Yeah, so the heart, not bad. The leaf, I'm just gonna toss it. So thanks for joining me. See you next time.